weird, right? Just really, really odd stuff here. The purpose of this piece is so confusing to me. Hey everyone, welcome back to Low Luxury, the channel where I show you what authentic luxury clothing and streetwear looks like. And today I have got a doozy for you. We're going to be looking at maybe one of the weirdest pieces I've ever acquired in my life as a fashion connoisseur. So this is a sweatshirt from 11 by Boris Bidjan Saberi. And so right off the bat, that's not that odd. It's a fairly popular brand. It's kind of under the radar, but it's really cool. It's like Boris Bidjan Saberi, he's got a main line, and he's got a diffusion cheaper line called 11 by, I'm just gonna call him BBS from now on because his name's long. But it's really cool stuff, kind of Rick Owens, dark, gothic, punk style, and I was really into it. So I'd been looking for a piece from him for quite some time, but I had been looking for it cheap because it's someone I'm not that familiar with. I don't exactly know what to expect, so I'm not gonna, it just fell on me. I'm not gonna pay out the ass for it, right? So finally on Yoox, I found this piece and it was really, really cheap for 11 by BBS. So yeah, I grabbed it. But it turned out that it was a weird collaborative hoodie with Yoox, which first of all is kind of weird because Yoox isn't like a big fashion site. I think of it more as like an outlet fashion site. So it's weird to do a collab there. And it's also like a football oriented piece. By football, I mean global football or soccer to us Americans. So it's like a weird outlet site soccer piece. I don't know. I am just so excited to take a closer look at this with you because I want to understand, like, did Boris Bidjan make this in his usual factories that he makes all of the 11 stuff at, or was it pumped out under some weird licensing agreement? Like, is this thing actually well made? Does it feel good? I don't know what to expect. Let's get into this. But first, I've looked into it, and a very small percentage of you are actually subscribed to the channel. It's completely free. Just press that button and you will not regret it. Thank you so much. All right, so there she is, and you can see we've got the 11 right in the center there. Looks like a fairly normal piece from the brand. Fairly simple, but you know, nothing wrong there. But the first giveaway for me that something was kind of weird was this tag. So let's start by taking a look at that. So this is like a big, really like smooth, plasticky piece of cardstock, and embossed in there in black is hashtag Yoox Soccer Couture. Weird, right? Just really odd stuff here. And on the back of this, we've got the 11 logo, right? The 11 by Boris Bidjan Saberi logo, X Yoox, again, like outlet fashion site. And then we get a little sticker here with a model number, a color, a tagged size, and our fabrication. And then at the bottom, we get SEP Football Fashion. What the hell is that? So I actually looked it up, and it's like a fashion magazine that looks like it's specifically designed to cover like the intersection between soccer and fashion. So for instance, you'll have pictures of like the Balenciaga soccer jersey that they made a couple seasons ago, stuff like that. Just really weird stuff. So yeah, that's weird. And we've got a fairly nice ribbon here, and we go to a little safety pin through the brand tag at the back of the neck. But well, the weirdness continues because it's not just the tag, but even the brand tag on the piece has those same logo lockups. So clearly this was a piece that was fully funded and designed for this weird soccer collaboration. And it's pretty cool, actually. It's kind of like a plasticky piece of canvas, and then this stuff is printed on there. It's a little glossy, as you can see, and it's stitched down in all four sides with these horizontal black stitches. So I actually really enjoy the tag, but still, it's just the purpose of this piece is so confusing to me. So now let's look to these care tags and see if we can find out more about where this came from. So once again, we've got a really simple tag here. It's kind of like a glossy, plasticky tag. And in black, we've got that model number and color and size once again. 100% cotton, the exact same stuff that was on that sticker. But then we get made in Italy. And I was super happy to see that because I was afraid this was going to say made in China or something, like just terrible quality, you know. So made in Italy, that's a good sign. At least it shows it was probably made in the same factory, would be my guess, where Boris Bidjan makes the rest of his pieces. So I was definitely super happy to see that. On the back of this, we get some washing symbols, washing instructions, and then distributed by Yoox Net-a-Porter Group. So that's the parent company for Yoox, of course. And I'm quite sure that this is not the normal distributor for 11 pieces. 11, there we go, focus. So again, another sign that this piece was specifically made. It was kind of probably commissioned by Yoox for this weird soccer drop they did. So that was all of the tags that we had available. So now it's time to actually look at the piece itself and see what other information we can gather from that. So like I said, we've got the 11 logo nice and centered there in white. It's quite small in the grand scheme of things, but I like that little subtle bit of branding. It's kind of like someone sees you wearing it and they're like, what's that? And you're like, oh, it's this, you know, luxury streetwear designer, and they'll just laugh at you and run away. Anyway, off on each arm, we get print as well. So what do we got there? So I know my geography enough to know that these are the German colors, the colors of the German flag. Obviously, it's not exactly in the shape of a flag, but a bit more geometric and kind of, I don't know, it's cool. I appreciate it. I still don't fully understand what its purpose is, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see what else we can get here. So on the back, we've got some good stuff here. We've got this print, which is huge. It takes its arcs over the whole back. We've got 11 once again. And then in this kind of old-timey gothic print, we've got man shaft. I also have a man shaft. Ew, gross, sorry. Under that, we've got 11 by BBS. The beautiful game, I'm sure that's referring to soccer or football if you're foreign, if you're a dirty foreigner, non-American. That's sarcasm. I support all of my beautiful worldly fans. And actually, you might miss it, but right below the neck, printed on there in black, once again, you have hashtag Yoox Soccer Couture. I have to say, I really wish that wasn't there. I'm really glad it's black and that you can't see it at all from a distance, because that's just so cringy to me. Yoox Soccer Couture. No thank you. So what is man shaft? If I Google this, I'm scared of what I'm going to find, but let's do it. Oh, and a quick Google search. Thank you, Google, for not giving me pornography. Turns out man shaft is the nickname for the German national football team. So it is all starting to come together now. So we've got the nickname of the team there. We've got the German flags. We finally get it. It is a collaborative piece, a fashion piece made for the German national soccer team by Boris Bidjan Saberi. So, it was a process getting there. I still don't fully understand why it was made, why Yoox commissioned this piece to be made. I'm going to guess they maybe had other brands do pieces for other teams. But I don't know, it's actually kind of cool. I'm glad I did the research with you guys. But now we have to get back to the other part of this equation, which is it actually well made? So we found out that it was made in Italy, always a good sign of quality. So it should be made well, technically, hopefully. But what else can we glean here? So we've got a pretty high ribbed crew neck collar here. Got a good amount of stretch to it. And even the kind of fabrication here, it's more of like an athletic sweatpants type of material rather than a normal sweatshirt, I would say. So it definitely has like an athletic vibe to it. The stitching looks solid enough. I'm not like super impressed. They maybe could have done a better job hiding it, but it doesn't look like cheap, shoddy stitching either. So I guess that's all you can really ask for. And again, down at the hem, that's also the rib, so it'll grab you pretty nicely around the hips. And then the cuffs as well, ribbed. I did notice a bit of messiness down here, so it's probably not the highest quality piece. which is unfortunate, I've got to say. But I don't know, this is kind of a piece of fashion history, a very weird piece of fashion history, but I'm glad we did this. This was cool, and I'm going to try this out. Let's try this out. Let's see if this is something worth keeping for me. So now that we have checked all of that out, I think it's time to finally put this on and put it to the test to see how it feels and see how it fits, you know. We're going to take this thing to the limit. We're going to see what it's all about. Okay, so this is really interesting. Let's talk about the fit first. So it's tagged to size medium. I would say it fits more like a true to size small, especially it stops pretty short. Like it stops right over my kind of just after, below my waistline. And that's normally where I'd expect a small to fall as far as that goes. So I feel like anyone taller than me might not be happy with that, the length of it. It does have a decent amount of space in the body and the arm, so I guess I can see it being closer to a medium. But if you're looking at a piece like this, I don't know where you might find this in the future, but I would consider sizing up if I were you. What I find really interesting is the feel of it. So even just touching it when I was checking it out, it felt interesting, like I mentioned it feeling more like sweatpants, but wearing it, it's really, really comfortable. Like, holy hell, it's really soft. It's on the thinner side for a sweatshirt. There's none of the roughness that you sometimes get from the kind of like terry cloth inside of a normal sweatshirt. Like, this is just, it's smooth as butter. It's super soft. So I'm probably gonna keep this piece. Like, I could totally see myself lounging around the house in this. I mean, I didn't pay much for it. I'm not gonna tell you what I paid, but it wasn't what you'd expect. So why not? This thing feels great. So success, I guess? I don't know. What a weird piece. So that is the wild and crazy 11 by BBS X Yoox Soccer Collab piece. I don't even know what to call this. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a really cool one for me. So take a look at the other video on screen here, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.